Banjo-Kazooie strove to have fun with the player.
Humor was a priority.
Mario didn't really have much humor because it didn't try. Sure, there was a lot of whimsy, but not humor. Banjo-Kazooie had humor. First of all, the big baddie's name was Gruntilda the Witch, a hilarious spoof on Glinda from The Wizard of Oz, but perverted to reflect this 64-bit villain's dumpiness. Then there was the relentless insults Kazooie leveled upon his furry companion with every piece of dialogue. Nabnut's exploits have already been mentioned, and the whole thing came together when Mumbo Jumbo showed up after the credits to tell the player of the sequel.
There were NPC galore.
So many NPC, each world was bursting with inhabitants the player could interact with, providing both mini-puzzles and sass, rewarding players with various collectibles and hearty laughter. Conversely, Mario 64 generally had one or two characters per world, tops that one could interact with. They set the player on a straightforward quest to collect a star, only giving as much textual dialogue as was required to instruct the player. No frills and no zany individuality. Mumbo Jumbo alone was greater than any character from Mario.
It was really, really, really big.
Banjo-Kazooie took Mario 64's open-world platformer concept to a whole new level. Click-Clockwood was the 9th world of the game and was, again, essentially 4 worlds in one. Each land was significantly larger than Mario's individual worlds, and the player had to revisit them as they gained new abilities throughout the game, expanding the life of each place. Banjo-Kazooie was as close to an RPG as a platformer could get.
Click-Clockwood is a prime example.
Click-Clockwood was a world that had 4 different representations, one for each season, that the player had to navigate. Actions in one season would affect those of another, requiring the player to explore the interconnectedness to achieve everything within, like planting a seed in spring only to come back and find a fully grown flower in the fall with a puzzle piece on top. Each season you can enter Nabnut the squirrel's house to find various collectibles, or complete the task he only offers in autumn, or return for a final collectible in winter to find Nabnut passed out in bed with a lady squirrel. The whimsically named Naughty the Beaver is another NPC indigenous to the area, and just another example of what made the game dynamic.
The world was so much more dynamic than Mario's.
One didn't simply walk through automated doors once the requisite stars were collected in Banjo-Kazooie. To enter a world, the player might have to jump into a giant treasure chest or an animate and adorable cauldron. These are small differences, but they make a world of difference. What's more, the central hub, which the player had to navigate to find these different worlds, held its own secrets. Yes, Mario 64 had a secret passage or two in the castle, but Grunty's lair was replete with puzzles and secrets. It was so much more than a vessel or nexus where the entrances to other lands resided. And these lands had so much more personality than those of Mario. While Mario's world were really just 3D versions of the original game, the worlds of Banjo-Kazooie had so much character, they were almost characters themselves.
Rare made great games, it's simple as that.
By the time Banjo-Kazooie came out, developer Rare had already made one of the greatest games of all time, GoldenEye 7, not to mention what they'd done with the Donkey Kong Country games on SNES. Hint, they were great. So Rare already had the full faith of gamers, And when it was announced that they'd be making a 3D platformer a la Super Mario 64, people went nuts. Mario 64 was great, but what could such an accomplished developer do with that format? The answer, in short, wonders.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video then. Take care. Bye.